Growing up in the wilds of what is now East Tennessee was often a treacherous experience. This is the story of one boy's trials on the frontier. He was average in size for a boy of 12. He knew nothing of faraway places. But like any boy, he loved the woods. He knew them, and because he lived on the frontier, he knew hard work. His father's tavern was home to any traveler with a nickel in his pocket. These were rough, untamed men, desperate men like the boy's father, determined to survive at any cost.
You've been wanting somebody to work for you, and I owe you some money?
A lot of money.
This boy could be a good worker for you, Dutchman.
Skinny.
His father had hired him out to a total stranger. The boy was forced to leave everything he had ever known. This stranger was now his guardian.
Boy, let's go.
Together they traveled far into Virginia. The boy quickly learned that this Dutchman could dole out just as much work as his father could. The bright look and the ready smile began to fade from the boy's face. When his employment was finished with the frightful stranger, the boy made ready to return home, but his keeper would have none of it.
Hurry up, kid.
Finally, the boy escaped and made quick time back to the beloved hills of his home in East Tennessee. The rest of the family was overjoyed at his return, but his father, he hadn't changed. He still drank, and he still owed more money than he could ever make. The unfortunate boy suffered the wrath of his father's frustrations. His father's beatings drove the youth away, and away he stayed, 2.5 long years. He traveled through Virginia and Maryland country. He stopped wherever he could find work. He longed to be with his family among the cool woods of his boyhood. But those thoughts were far away now. The boy didn't know it, but he was receiving a schooling not found in books. He was getting a lesson in life, how to make the most of whatever would come his way. His carefree days were gone. It was time to go home. Here were the green, rippling hills of his homeland. The boy was a head taller than when he'd left, now with a strength of character to match his strong back. And now he knew how much he had missed his family, even his father, who he had grown to accept. They had given him up for lost, and he grieved for all the pain he had caused them. But now he was home. His father had treated him brutally throughout his life, but still the boy worked without missing a day to pay off his father's debts. He had left his home out of fear. He had returned out of honor. He had survived the trials of childhood. The boy was now a man. He was free to shape his own destiny. Davy Crockett had taken his first steps into our history.